everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you are having an awesome day. Guess what time it is? Yeah, you could tell in the title, I know. But I still like to ask because I like to be a little fun and facetious with my my intros, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying, so let's just go forward. Anyway, I'm excited to share an update with you regarding my project pan and my empties. So I kind of tie those things together because I have products that I'm trying to essentially pan or use up from not just makeup, but also hair care, skin care, everything kind of beauty related. And I thought this would be a great time to do an update on that since it's still the beginning of the year and I've been doing some declutters. That said, I have separate videos where I do some massive declutter, so be sure to check that out. The links are below. But for the time being, I have a project pan or a project empties. I should call it project empties instead of project pan because it's not really, yeah. Anyway, project empties. By the way, if you're new here, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. My name is Em, and you're watching Makeupry. If you like what you see today and you want to come back and hang out again with me in the future, please be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss a new video. And be sure to do all the YouTubey things like give me a thumbs up and leave a nice comment below because that would totally make my day. Anyway, let's move ahead. I have this pretty large bin here full of random empties. There's makeup and there's like bath and body kind of stuff and hair stuffs, and yeah, so we're just gonna go through the full gamut of randomness here. I have a separate video that I'll do with foundations because I did declutter my foundations. I didn't film that process because it was just too cumbersome with me doing weird swatches on my face and letting that sit for a long time, seeing if it oxidized, etc. So I didn't film that, but I will do a separate video showing you what I've decluttered and basically why. I'll have that up at some point soon. So these items are empty or maybe not empty items that I've kind of been hoarding since the last time I did a project pan. I just had to stop filming to break up a cat fight, literally between my two cats, and I'm kind of like, you wrecked my train of thought. Okay. So I'm going to try to keep things in order here, but it's going to be a little tough. So I apologize if my ADD-ness is a bother to you. So anyway, the first item in my empties is something I'm kind of happy to have gone. Not because I didn't like it, but it's just something that I know is old. And it's this Nexus Hydrolite Weightless Moisture Conditioner. I honestly don't know if this is even sold anymore. This was a product that was kind of in this box of things that I got from my mom's apartment after she passed away. So there were a lot of things that we just didn't have time to really sort through. And when I finally sorted through a lot of stuff, there was a lot of like hair stuff. There's a lot of random lotions and things. So I just kind of threw a lot of that into my own collection. So I'm at that point where I'm like, okay, I need to use this stuff up because if I don't, then it's just a waste and I don't want to waste stuff. So I finally pulled this out and it was about halfway full. So it took a couple months to go through it because I have shorter hair and my hair is very fine. Now the thing about this is that it does have silicones in it, which I tend to stay away from. So I did notice that my hair had a little bit of a slip to it after using, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I tend to buy silicone-free products just because that's my preference. It's not something I would plan to repurchase in the future or even purchase at all since I didn't purchase this myself. But my mom really liked the brand and she used to be a hairdresser, so she always bought random stuff at the salon and this was one of those things that she had bought. So I used it up and yeah, I mean there's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. Alright, next up is this Art Naturals Argan Oil Shampoo. This one is specifically formulated to prevent hair loss. I don't know if it lives up to that claim, to be honest, because hair loss can be the result of multiple things: malnourishment, disease, heredity, all of these things, and a bottle of shampoo isn't going to change that. It says here on the bottle that it has 12 advanced DHT blockers to stop premature hair loss, ideal for thinning hair, receding hairlines, and excessive shedding, adds full, luxurious body while increasing volume and thickening hair. So thickening and adding volume, those kinds of things are kind of claims that are really hard to substantiate. However, the DHT is something I haven't done a lot of research into, aside from knowing that it helps produce testosterone in your system, which is interesting because if you have too much testosterone in your system, you can actually develop hair loss. So I'm kind of intrigued by how this scientifically works. If you're a chemist or you know someone who knows how that works, let me know. Pop a link or leave me their name below, because I think that would be really interesting to do some research on. But is it a nice shampoo? Yes. What I really do like about this shampoo is that I don't feel like I have to use conditioner with it. And my hair is naturally a little bit more on the dry side, so conditioner is my best friend, but I don't feel like I need it with the shampoo. I received a PR kit from Art Naturals, or through a PR agency rather, for Art Naturals, and they sent me 2 bottles of shampoo and a bottle of conditioner. The conditioner has long since been used up a long time ago. The other bottle of shampoo was used up as well, and then I just had a little bit of this left. Now that it's gone, yeah, it's been sitting here in my empties for quite a while. Anyway, I definitely would plan to repurchase this. I really liked it. I think you can find it at Target or Walmart, and they're not that expensive. Next up is this Ulta Beauty Whipped Vanilla Cream Body Wash. This one smelled amazing. So if you've ever smelled the Warm Sugar Vanilla from Bath & Body Works, it's pretty much the same scent. I bought this a while ago, forgot I had it, pulled it out, and have been using it for quite a while. It takes me a little while to get through body washes, and this was one that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get through it because I have others that I want to use up, and I'm kind of tired of vanilla because I have vanilla lotion and vanilla perfumes that I've been wearing. You know, having vanilla body wash, while it smells amazing, I was just getting kind of bored of vanilla. It was a little vanilla. Haha, you see what I did there? Anyway, so I was happy to kind of get through it, but I'm also kind of sad because I don't think they have this scent anymore. I think it might have been a holiday scent, I don't know. But I really do enjoy Ulta's body washes and bubble bath kind of bath products. I think they're nice. They're a little less pricey than some of the name brand things like Philosophy and so on. So I think they're a really good buy, and I definitely would repurchase in the future, although not right now since I still have a lot of soaps and body washes to get through. Hence the whole Project Empty, Project Pan, I don't know. What name do you prefer on that series? Just leave me a comment because I'm like going back and forth between names here and I'm confusing myself. Doesn't take much these days. Another bath product are these Fizz and Bubble bath melts. And this one was the mermaid scent. The box still smells really good. It kind of reminds me of Love Spell from Victoria's Secret, but not quite the same. Look, I am a sucker for bath bombs and bath fizzies and bath bomb oil things, melts, all of these fancy little things for the bathtub. I'm a sucker for them. I really liked these. I got these on clearance at Ulta. They're originally $10 and I got them for $5. I definitely would be repurchasing these because they smelled amazing. The only thing I don't like about bath melts is that the oil can often stick to the side of the tub, which means you have to scrub it clean instead of just rinsing it off because it just sticks to the porcelain. So that's just something to be aware of, especially if you don't like having to clean after you've just taken a bath. So just a heads up on that, but I really do enjoy these. I think they're just really nice. They're a nice way to give yourself some self-love, and yeah, I definitely would repurchase. Alrighty, so now going into lotions. Let's start here. This is the Queen Helene Cocoa Butter Hand and Body Lotion. Look, my mom had been using this for years. I remember being little and she had this giant bottle of this and she would just rub that all over my body, especially after I got in from being outside all day in the sun. As a kid, I was one who didn't like to wear clothes. I was the butt naked child running around our cornfield. We didn't have cornfields. But if we had cornfields, I would have been that kid. I was the kid who was running around butt naked out in the country in the middle of our random pastures. Yeah, so I was that kid. I was a sun baby and I'm native, so I got pretty dark and, you know, my skin would dry out, so my mom would buy the cocoa butter for not only me, but for herself as well. So after she passed, this was yet again another item that was pulled into a box of things I needed to sort through later, and I finally just finished using it. It just gave me this nostalgia. It made me miss my mom a lot every time I used it, I'm not gonna lie. because she always smelled like cocoa butter after she got out of the shower. The thing about this formula is that it's a little runny. It's not as creamy and thick as some of the lotions I tend to use. So it's kind of weird to go back to this. I'm like, oh wait, this is like water, or this is like really thin, but it does feel really nice on the skin. I feel like it nourishes pretty well. I haven't really seen this anywhere. Do they even still make these? So I don't know if I would repurchase this. Part of me says yes, just for the nostalgia of it, but the other part of me is like, well, I don't know. It's not my favorite lotion. I have others that I prefer over this. It's one of those things where it's really hard to say one way or another, but the nostalgia of this. Anyway, it's just a nice nostalgic reminder of my mom, which, you know, if you've ever lost a loved one, that even the smallest little reminders of them is just something that can be pretty bittersweet. So that's how I feel about that product. It's bittersweet to me. All right, moving along. I lost the lid to this. I don't know where it went, but that's okay. And it's all squished because I was trying really hard to get the very last of the product out of here by just squeezing that tube. So this is the Bath & Body Works Vanilla Bean Noel Lotion. I buy these in bulk every year, except for this last year and the year before, because I had so many of these left over. I think I bought 10 of them the year before. So these are like 3-year-old bottles, I think. Yeah, yeah. But I absolutely love this formula. It's a rich, thick cream, and it does last a long time. And every time I use this lotion, and I use it just kind of as a standalone perfume, I get so many compliments and so many people asking what smells like candy or something smells really good. And I'm like, what does it smell like? You know, like, it might be me, but I'm not going to say it's me until you confirm that it's me. You know what I mean? So I'll ask, what do you mean? What does it smell like? And they're like, it smells like candy or like cotton candy or something. I'm like, that's usually the comment people come up with. I'm like, you mean like vanilla? And they're like, yeah, like a vanilla candy or something. I'm like, that would be me. Yeah, that's my body lotion. I can't really describe the kind of vanilla that this is. It's a very sweet yet soft and sensual, less spicy version of a vanilla. I like this scent, the warm sugary one, but there's something about it that's a little bit more spicy. This one is just, it says the fragrant notes on this are fresh vanilla bean, sugar cookies, whipped cream, and snow-kissed musk. The musk does not pull through at all for me. It's very much the sugar cookie with the vanilla, and that combination is just, yes, please. So as I said, I buy those in bulk, but I'm trying to use these up. I think I have a couple more to go through, and then at the end of this year, I'll stock up again, assuming I get through more lotions. But anyway, I definitely would be repurchasing. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. I do not like the perfume or the body wash or the hand soaps though. I only buy that in the lotion form because it just has a creamier scent to me. So just a side note. Okay, moving along, I have this Bliss Naked Body Butter. This was a birthday gift. I think this might have been a Sephora one. Yeah, it was a Sephora Beauty Insider gift. It even says it here on the back. I finally just got through this. It's nice. Bliss is not a bad product line. I like some of their stuff. They have the most amazing grapefruit scented body wash. Oh, it's like perfection. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. This one is, it doesn't really say what scent it is. I don't think there's anything like uniquely special about this lotion. It's a lotion. It's a decent lotion. Would I repurchase it? I don't know. I think it depends on the scent. I think it depends on how much it is. I think there are other lotions I like better, so it would not be high up on my list. So it would depend, but probably not. But I do like their body washes. They're hands down amazing. Okay. I have another little tiny kind of deluxe sampler lotion here, and this is from L'Occitane de Provence because I gotta say it in the fancy faux French accent. This is the Le Corps body lotion. I don't know what scent this is supposed to be, but this was a gift. Someone just kind of put it in like a little beauty bag for me, and I just finally started using it. You know, I was digging through my giant basket of lotions, and this just kind of popped up to the top. I'm like, what is that? I didn't know what it was. And I'm like, oh, it's L'Occitane. How did I not know that this was in there? So I grabbed for it, and I like the smell of this. I think it's really nice. I think this is a decent lotion. There's nothing wrong with it. I probably would not repurchase it because I find it to be a little pricey for what it is, for the full size that is. And there's other lotions that I tend to like better, but if I wanted something a little bougie and I wanted that scent again, then I would buy it because I think the scent is really nice. And I feel very pretty and very floral and very Frenchy. I feel like I'm in France every time I wear it. Easy enough. Another empty is the Germ X, whatever brand this is, hand sanitizer. It's a hand sanitizer, need I say more? I definitely will be repurchasing many more for the foreseeable future, you know what I mean? Alright, this next product is kind of fun, and it's a Poo-Pourri Before You Go Tropical Hibiscus Toilet Spray. If you've never tried anything like this, you should. It makes it so that your bathroom doesn't stink after you take a deuce. It's a little pricey. I think this full size is $18, but it has essential oils in it, so it's not like a Febreze. And because it's an oil, it just kind of bonds to the natural stuff in that toilet bowl, so it helps actually block those scents from traveling, whereas Febreze just smells like poopy Febreze. What more can I say about it without it being awkward, because I'm like a 12-year-old boy who's sitting here giggling about poop. Anyway, yes, I will be repurchasing. I have already repurchased. I think it's just a nice little addition to both of my bathrooms, my guest bathroom downstairs and my own bathroom upstairs. So yep, I just had to include that because I like it. I think they all smell exactly the same though, so I'm going to say if you're going for the different scents, it's not that big of a difference between them. Just pick one and it'll be fine. So anyway, that's where I stand. I can't give you like a full review or anything on this. I think I might have gotten this in an Ipsy bag. So this was a sample pack of vitamins basically. These are gummies with benefits, hair sweet hair from Hum. So it's kind of like Halo Beauty in a way, I guess. But it's supposed to help build stronger, healthier hair. It's got biotin, folic acid, Photide, B12 zinc, and PABA. I'm not sure what PABA is. It's supposed to be all natural and all this stuff. I didn't take this long enough to tell you if it works or not. All I can tell you is that it was pretty tasty and I enjoyed them. Would I purchase these? Probably not, because I have to get B vitamin injections and I don't tend to buy supplements for B vitamins because they're water soluble, and as soon as you go to take a pee, there goes your vitamin B. And that rhymed, and that was like perfect. Yeah, that was cool. I love when I rhyme. Taking them as supplements, while it can be good for you in the short term, your body can only absorb so much of it at a time, and it is water soluble, so you're just going to pee out whatever you don't use. It doesn't get stored in your body. So that's the only unfortunate thing. I think you're better off just taking a normal multivitamin, and that should be just as good. And then vitamin E is another thing that really helps with your hair growth, making sure you have enough vitamin E. So that's my stance on vitamins, and I'm not a scientist, I'm not a dietitian, but I was pre-med for some time and I took a lot of sciences. So that's my stance and I'm sticking to it, and let's move on. Now we're going into makeup, and there's quite a bit here and my battery is flashing at me, so I hope I have enough time to get through it all. First up is this Neutrogena makeup facial wipes. I use them for swatches. I actually use my makeup eraser and facial cleansers more for removal of makeup on my face, but the little cloths are great for swatching, they're great for messes, that sort of thing, so I still buy them. I just don't go through them as quickly. So all the products that I had decluttered from my previous like highlighter, blush, contour products, I have them all in here. I'm not even going to go through them one by one because you can go check out those videos if you want to learn more about them. But I'm just going to quickly show you all the things I have really quickly. Okay, so these are all the like face powders, blushes, contour, highlighters, random things like that I'm decluttering. As I said, you can go check out those videos. I'll have those linked below as well. But you can go check those out to see more about why I'm decluttering them. But basically, they're just taking up valuable real estate in my drawers, and I don't wear them, and I'm not going to. Some of these are just really old. Some of them are just not really good quality. Some of them are just not shades that I'm interested in. So those are basically the reasons I am getting rid of those, decluttering those. They're not all empty. They're just things that don't work for me anymore. Oh, I did forget to mention this. Alright, so this here is from Physicians Formula, and it's their Argan oil, face oil stuff. I've purchased this many times. I probably will repurchase again in the future, but I have other facial oils I'm trying to use up right now. I like this. I think it's nice for $13 or $14 that it is, because some of the other higher end ones are pretty much the same thing, but you're spending more money. So yes, I would repurchase, but once I get through the other oils first. I think Argan oil is really nice for the face. It's non-comedogenic. It's not going to block your pores as easily as, say, coconut oil or something like that. So I like facial oils personally, especially in the winter months when my skin is dry. So it's great. I like it. Will repurchase in the future. Next up is this. I don't know what the brand is. I got this at Daiso. This is an eyebrow pencil. This was my favorite eyebrow pencil for the longest time, but obviously it is gone. Would I repurchase it? Maybe. I don't know if they still have this particular kind at Daiso. I haven't been to Daiso in a while. I wouldn't just go to Daiso for the eyebrow pencil, but it was nice and I really liked it. But if given the opportunity to repurchase, I probably would. It was dry enough that I didn't feel like it was going to give me crazy super brow, but it's also creamy enough that it wasn't, you know, dragging on the skin and causing skipping or anything like that. So it was a nice brow pencil for $2. I recently also decluttered a lot of my mascaras. So these are all being decluttered because they're old. I have a deluxe sample of their Real from Benefit. I have this one here from Hard Candy. It is a purple mascara. I really liked that. It was fun. This one is Maybelline Great Lash. This one is a limited edition green. I don't like Great Lash, so I didn't wear that. It's just not a great formula. I don't like the wand. If I want a green mascara, there's other brands I like way better. This one is the Sephora Lash Base. It was nice when it wasn't dried up and gross and well over a couple of years old. Would I repurchase? Probably not. I find that I like the way my lashes look without a primer on them. I feel like they build up way better and that the mascara clings better to my natural lashes as opposed to a primer. So I won't repurchase that. Oh, this is not a mascara, but it's a brow gel from Palladio. You used to be able to get Palladio at Sally Beauty. I don't know if they still have it. This was an okay brow gel. I'm just not a big brow gel fan, so I didn't really get a lot of use out of it, but this is way too old. It's separating and discolored and gross. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like Jello, like discolored Jello. So I'm definitely decluttering that because I haven't used it and I won't use it, and it's old and gross and disgusting. And will I repurchase it? Probably not, because again, I'm not a brow gel kind of girl. Alright, next is this ABH Lash Genius Deluxe Sample Mascara. Oh, this is a mascara primer. Just like the other one, I'm not the biggest fan of mascara primers. I don't find that they work very well for me. It's not a bad product, it's just not for me. This one is old as dirt. I kept this in there because I loved this formula and the brush so much. This was, I think, inspired by a Givenchy mascara that had like that mace ball at the end. So it's a rounded mascara wand. It's atypical. It's not your typical wand at all. I loved this mascara. It was hands down my favorite, but it's been discontinued so many years ago. I don't know why I held on to it. I think I might have held on to it for the wand. But honestly, I don't see myself using a mace wand anytime soon because it's just a lot of effort to go through individually to get your lashes up. I'm just like a quick swipe, swipe, swipe and done gal now. So it's not my jam anymore, but it was a great mascara at the time. But I can't repurchase it because they don't sell it anymore, so moving on. This is also from ABH. It is their brow gel. Again, I'm not a brow gel kind of gal, and I don't support ABH anymore, so I won't be purchasing that anyway. So yeah. I have this e.l.f. Eyelid Primer. This is really old. I finally realized that this was still in my collection. I thought I need to get rid of that. It is not usable anymore. I definitely did not care much for this. I found it to be a little oily. I like using a primer under creams, and this was a no-go with creams or any eye bases like a MAC paint pot or something like that. It just wasn't the best with that. It was great for like dry pigmented shadows, but not so great with anything that had a lot of binders in it. So I don't even know if they still sell this, but even if they did, I wouldn't repurchase this specific one. There are many other primers that I prefer a lot more. Another drawer that I was excited to kind of go through was my false lashes drawer. If you've been around for a while, you know that I just don't wear a lot of false lashes. I have a lot of lashes because some of them are for my kit and I just moved them into my collection because I rarely grab for them anyway. I will occasionally wear them on special occasions. So I have a couple of random pairs. I have no names for them, but I thought I would share them with you. Even though they're not technically empty, they're used beyond usefulness, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. This one was actually brand new. This one is just kind of weird. The lashes kind of stuck to the plastic and they're misshaped, and this never was in a box, I don't think, or if it was, I lost it. So I'm just gonna, I almost said I'm gonna delete them. What? Delete lashes. Okay, I am going to just chuck them. I mean, I have so many other pairs of lashes that it doesn't really matter. And then I had this little tiny box, any lashes that I had already worn but were still good, and I cleaned them. I put them in here and stuck them to like these little plastic things so that they would stay in place. These are several years old. Some of these I've had since I first started YouTube, and to be honest, I've never reached for this box, and I don't know why I keep it. I don't know why I keep it. So I'm gonna just get rid of it. There's no need to keep it. So I'm getting rid of all those lashes. The only lashes I have left are brand new or single individual lashes, because those are the only ones I would actually use. And I have a couple more Deluxe samples of things. This one here is the Smashbox Primer Oil. I was not the biggest fan of this. This one smells terrible. I think it's gone rancid, so I definitely wouldn't be reusing it. It was an okay primer. I didn't see anything amazing. If you want a Smashbox primer, their Photo Finish primer, I almost said private. There we go with the 12-year-old boy mind again. Anyway, their Photo Finish primer is their original formula, hands down, amazing. Probably my favorite primer. The oil primer, meh. Not my thing, not my style. I don't even know if they sell it anymore. It's just not my favorite. I would not purchase that. I also have this Deluxe sample that went through the washer. I don't know why I kept it. I think I thought maybe it's still good, but I'm just gonna get rid of it. There's no need to keep it. I don't even think they have this product anymore, and it's from Benefit, and it's their Icon, like eye base or something. I mean, they've had so many wonderful eye base and concealer products. Like this next one I'm going to talk about. They've had so many wonderful products that they've discontinued, which is a bummer. Like this one. This is their Lemonade. I have a backup of this that I haven't even opened yet, so I have to check to see if it's any good. I just haven't yet. It's still in the cardboard even. I didn't even open it. But yeah, this was like hands down one of my favorite creams because it's yellow tinted, and it's kind of like a banana powder but in a cream form, and it kind of set itself. You didn't need any powder over the top. It was color correcting, so if you had redness or any blue dark circles, those types of things, this just was a one and done product, and I really liked it. So if any of you work for Benefit, please bring this back. It was really nice. I really liked it. Another eye product I have here is from Revlon. It was a color stay kind of cream shadow thing, and it looks really weird because it had this brush tip, so it looked like a nail polish bottle. I don't know. It was pretty when I first got it, and I used it a handful of times. More like a gel liner, but I wasn't a big fan of the formula, so I never really reached for it. This was discontinued, but even if it were still around, I wouldn't buy that particular one. I do like some of their other color stay cream formulas, but that one was just not my favorite. Alright, to wrap this up, I have a few different lip products here. Most of these things are items that didn't make it into my lipstick and lip product declutter, which, by the way, is a long series that I'm uploading here over the next couple of weeks. So be sure to stick around to check those out if you like decluttering videos. I had already started to kind of go through a few things and realized that it was going to be a bigger project than I had assumed. And I decided I wanted to film it since, you know, decluttering videos are kind of fun. So anyway, these are things that didn't make it into that video. So I have two lip products here. These are like, I don't remember what they're called. They're from Maybelline, like Diamond, whatever. These are so old. I don't even know how old they are. I think these were discontinued when I was like 18 or 19 years old, and I'm in my 30s now. So a really long time. I don't know why I still have them. Maybe nostalgia? I don't know. there's absolutely no way in hell I'm going to be putting these on my lips because ew. These were kind of fun. At the time in the early 2000s, it was all about, you know, like sparkly, glittery lips. Nude lips were kind of coming into play, but it was all about the sparkle. And sparkle is on the lips. So I would not rebuy those if they were still offered because I'm kind of like, I don't think so. Then I have two lip balms here. One is from Nivea and the other one is Bliss. These are old as dirt as well. The Bliss one I really liked for the longest time. And this one is just kind of a shimmering pink. It's so old it doesn't even have a smell anymore. This one is just nasty. This one's the Nivea one, is cherry. I'm not a fan of artificial cherry flavors or scents. It just reminds me of Robitussin or cough syrup, and that's just disgusting to me. So I wouldn't buy the cherry one again. This was given to me, so sorry whoever gave it to me. I don't remember it being anything amazing, so I probably would not repurchase that, especially since I have a huge collection of lip balms and I decluttered a ton of them. So you'll see that in a video soon. So anyway, that is what I have here for my beauty empties and declutters, and a lot of the stuff that I've mentioned here are really old items, and then a few of the items are things that I've been planning to work through. So I'm pretty pleased with my progress with my project empties. Being able to get rid of just the lotions themselves is fantastic because they took up a lot of valuable real estate in my like beauty closet. That sounds really fancy the way I'm saying that. It's not really fancy, and it's not like, it's like a linen closet with shelves that I use for towels and all my beauty products that are not makeup related. So anyway, sorry, I had to explain that because I didn't want it to sound like I have a whole makeup closet or something, because I don't. It's not really anyway. Obviously I would prefer to have used everything up, but just some things are not worth it to me. So anyway, that's where I stand. Let me know what you think. Please be sure to click that subscribe button, ring the bell, and click that like button on your way out. And if you feel so inclined, leave me a nice comment below. I would really appreciate that. Anyway, I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay electric. Mwah. Bye!